Um, Tanong ko lang po, yung movies, inspired ng 1927 Manananggal, di ba? Nagkaroon po ba kayo ng chance na mapanood yung movie o meron pa bang kopya?
So just to give a little more background, before this film was thought of as a feature film, I actually made a short film back in 2020. It was for the International Silent Film Festival, and basically had to make silent films, no? But parang going like the theme ng festival, we were assigned parang historical films that were made before, mga silent films that were supposed to tribute. And the one assigned to me was yung Jose Nepomucelo's Manananggal 1927 version. Tapos, I had to research more about it, and that's where I found out na just like virtually actually lahat ng silent films natin, probably World War II films, are actually lost. Parang hindi pa natin na-recover. So, though I think there may surviving material promo mats ng film itself, but the exact print itself is missing. So that, of course, that gave us the room na to imagine what it would look like as a horror film. And that's actually what made me pursue it, because it's such a mysterious film to use.
Ano pong difference ng Post House sa ibang horror films?
Sa ibang, from other horror films?
Yes, anong difference?
I think the one thing that made me believe that this would be scary is I'm pretty much a fan of horror films about people watching horror. In fact, some of that theme na lagay naman namin sa previous film namin, which was The Leader. But in my case naman, I wanted to utilize that same effect of someone watching something very scary, except combine it with my interests, in a way, I'm very, parang medyo history buff ako and being one, it made me become interested in silent films in general. Of course, the silent films na I watch are mostly mga foreign nga, kasi most of yung halos lahat ng sa atin, wala na nga eh. So, I wanted to combine that pretty much, the very modern take on horror of people watching scary things like The Ring. Sinister is also, one of our picks. But make it into give it a context of being a tribute to Philippine cinema or yung lost heritage natin.
Thank you, Direk.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Great questions as always. Now moving on to Stars Photog. We have Alan Sancon.
Hello po. Good afternoon, everyone. So, we are amazed with the trailer. Talagang nakakatakot trailer pa lang. Pero yung question ko to Direk Nicolas, this is your debut film as a director, di ba? So how is it po? Kumbaga, mas madali bang mag-direct o mas madali mag-edit?
I guess I'd say for a first film, of course I was very scared, very intimidated ako going into this, kasi I've been very much behind the camera na lang palagi, mostly working in the editing room. But I think yung nakatulong syempre, being an editor, was at least yung visuals or yung film language, I already got a hang of it. But the biggest leap from being an editor, and also a writer, kasi I've written some of my other films, is of course working with actors. I'd have to say that's the one thing that really separated the two art forms. It's just a whole different take on being, having general people skills, communications, and especially working with veteran actors. Admittedly, ako ngayon in a way pinaka noob or newbie sa set. Most of my staff and the actors are already experienced. So, of course, you have to project the feeling that you're a leader and your vision. And it's very hard to do, especially I really look up to yung actors I work with. Being a first-time director, I really parang feeling ko sobrang nagpapasalamat ako na somehow they were very easy to work with and very I think they liked the material project enough to go along with it and even insert some of their ideas there. So that actually helped me then, even like going through this for the first time. That's a big leap talaga. Directing your actors, binabantay mo rin, and also being open to suggestions and if they have other things to add to the story.
Thank you, Direk. Yung second question ko to Bea and to Sid, parang this is a father and daughter movie, no? Parang kayo yung magdadala ng movie ngayon. Parang, di ba, walang ka-love team, di ba? This time your father, you communicate with the father. So how was working with this film, di ba? Hindi naman ito yung first horror movie ninyo marami na kayo movie. Pero how do you compare this movie dun sa ibang ginawa nyo and your character itself? Ano yung challenges you encounter doing this?
Good afternoon po. Una-una, I love everyone. From the prod, lagi ko pong sinasabi kahit sino makausap ko, kumusta yung post house, I love everyone. Parang even the production team, they're one of the most efficient teams that I've ever worked with. And especially, syempre, nakatrabaho na si Direk Mick sa Nocturno. Si Direk Nikos din sa Nocturno, pero hindi kami masyadong nagka-interaction. Pero syempre, dito isang malaking karangalan po na parang first directing film ni Direk Nikos and of course, the Sid Lucero. Nakakatuwa kasi ako po tuwing may trabaho naman nagpapasalamat po tayo, grateful po tayo sa lahat ng mga bagong artista, bagong team, bagong mga taong makakatrabaho po natin. Siguro yung sinabi niyo po na how is it na dito father and daughter, walang love team and all. Parang sa akin, hindi ko po masyadong iniisip yun parang sa akin, hindi naman dapat umasa sa love team. Yes, of course, maganda yung meron kang ka-team sa trabaho mo. Pero for me, it doesn't really mean that it should be a love team. Ang pagiging team naman sa isang proyekto, your co-actors, the whole team, creative team, production team, the management, and para sa akin, yun po yung importante. And syempre, gusto rin naman natin makilala na tapos na po tayo sa very love team. Medyo nagkakaedad naman na po tayo. So syempre, gusto ko rin na makilala as Bea, nang hindi dahil, siya yung ka-love team ni ganito. Pero, kumbaga si Bea na kaya niya kahit sino yung mga makatrabaho niya. So isang malaking karangalan at sobrang nagpapasalamat po ako. Thank you po.
Wait, the question is like, what it's like working in a project that if the relationship is not
the love team.
Not really romantic.
Parang
Tapos, like, what was the challenges?
And the difference pala yata. Hindi ko pala nasagot yun.
Nito dun sa iba?
Sa ibang horror.
Oh, shit. Alright. Well, okay, how do you order this? Wait, nawala ako. Yung muna.
Maybe kasi the challenges you encounter na lang doing this post house.
For me, personally, when it comes to any project, especially if it's whoever's first project, it doesn't matter if it's the writer or the director or the producer or my co-actor. There's always a lot on the line. And especially because you're representing yourself for the first time, nagpapakilala ka, this is who I am. Whether this is how I act, or this is how I write, or this is how I make films. But with the director who's doing something like this now, is it your first ba? First feature na direct yan. I know it's a lot of it becomes personal. So the biggest challenge as an actor is to realize what the creators want or what they're realizing the vision of the creators. Kasi hindi naman utak yan, it's mine. And the moment you hire someone else, the moment you add another body to it, mag-iiba yung interpretation. So I just try to be as faithful as possible to my idea of what the director's vision is like. yeah, and then about this kind of movie in terms of relationships, I prefer things like this. Because I think it's always so romantic, it's always like that. But really, what makes a person tick in that relationship, whether it's romantic or not, is directly related to his relationships to the people before him, like his parents and so on. So I think that's much more interesting. This is what makes a person him today, but it's him before. I prefer it. I'm more at home.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations. We're excited to watch the post house.
Thank you. And there's something about shooting a horror film, you know. I don't know about you guys. Of course, we love studios, but horror's the best. Okay, next up, from Daily Tribune, pakinggan naman natin ang mga katanungan mula kay Jeff Fernando. Over here.
Hi, good afternoon. Para kay Sid at saka kay Bea. Ayan. As actors, may difference ba yung paghahanda pag horror na eksena yung kukunan? And any favorite scene na dito sa Post House na gusto nyo kaming bigyan ng teaser para abangan namin pag pinanood namin?
Sit down, that's Bea.
Ayan, iba ba yung preparation ng isang artista pag horror? At saka any favorite scene na abangan namin pag pinanood na namin itong Post House?
In terms of like creating the character, it's not much different naman kumpara sa ibang projects, right? Especially since it's much closer to reality when you do horror. It's just that mas emphasized yung flaws ng tao na yan. Ako kasi, a lot of the characterization happens with my director and my writer before the whole thing. And then it's finished off on the set, when the costume's on, when I'm talking with my co-actors, when I see how they are, doon ko na kompleto yung mundo ko eh. And that's the only time it happens. It's just as fun for me, but I'd be lying if I said it's not a little bit easier. It's kind of easier for me, at least this style of filmmaking. Kasi camera angles alone, it's really about building an atmosphere. And so really, in a horror shot like this, you're just characters moving, you're just bodies moving in a plane. It's not much here, so it's favorable. But at the same time, it's exciting because I don't really get to work in projects shot this way either. And that's really interesting. My favorite part is, I don't know if I can talk about it. You saw a snippet of it. It was Bea's close-up towards the end of her thing. But that's probably my favorite because it was, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. There's this one-on-one scene that we have, it's my favorite. Because how do I explain this? Can I talk about that? No, it's how it was how it was shot there. I've never experienced relating with my co-actor or actress na ganun yung blocking. Tapos ang haba and ang saya. And I think you can feel the same way. Yeah. Ganun na lang.
Okay, sige, yeah.
Ako po, preparation. Para sa amin, nag-script reading po kami, syempre. So siguro yun na rin yung pagtatanong kina Direk kung about our characters, about our relationship, and the relationship between our other co-actors. And siguro po yung pag-prepare din ng mga pagsigaw. Kasi kaya rin, syempre sa horror, maraming sigaw. So kapag nagtitake, tinatanong ko kina Direk, okay ba yung sigaw ko? Kasi minsan, nagiging sobrang tinis po ng boses ko. So baka kapag sa sinihan, nakakatulig na pala yung sigaw. So I parang naging very conscious po ako doon. Yung favorite scene ko, one of my favorites, is, kasi dito sa Post House, it's like a film within a film. So kung meron pong yung kumbaga kung paano gumawa ng pelikula dati, like literal film with a moviola, ano bang tawag doon? Moviola machine? Editing machine? Yung mga ganon. Kasi first time kong makakita na umaandar, na kapag pinapanood mo yung film na gumaganon yung film. First time ko pong nakakita din nun. So, and it's nice also. Syempre yung mga generation, yung mga mas younger, di ba? Na magandang makita din nila kung paano gumawa ng mga pelikula noon. Na hindi lang puro digital. Ayan po.
Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
Alright, very well said. Maraming salamat, Bea and Sid. Now, moving on to Lionheart TV, we have Richard Paglikawan.
Hello, good afternoon po. Yung first question ko kay Direk Nicolas, kasi siyempre as a first-time director, kumusta ka bilang director and may adjustments ba? Ano ba yung... And kumusta yung relationship mo with Direk Nick?
Towards the end ng shoot, actually, nung wrap-up. Kasi many of yung staff ko, nakatrabaho na rin yung kuya ko before. Ang unang tinanong ko sa kanila is, sino sa amin mas chill on set? Tapos, I think unanimously naman sabi nila, ako daw. And I think, it just shows na how, maybe I enjoyed it too much. No? I enjoyed yung process too much. Of course, being yung first ko, a bit passionate, syempre, and I was experimenting a lot. No? But of course, being a studio film rin, I had like responsibilities to think about. But as much as possible, I made it very, kumbaga priority talaga na just to have as much fun sa first film ko. And though, of course, I don't want this to sound wrong, pero I found it easier than expected. No? Going into it, parang dalawang fears, anxieties, na a lot of things would go wrong. But I don't know if it's sheer luck, no, or like ang galing lang talaga ng team ko and actors, no, that surprisingly it went really smooth. No? So I'd like to say, parang even though I want to say na marami akong natutunan, no, on set, yung mistakes and problems that arose, no, though very few actually happened for me to do that much. But the important thing is, sobrang proud ako sa pinalabasan. And I'm very, very happy with it, you know. Being my first film. Yeah, yun. And of course, yung parang adjustment period from being actually directing na this time, from being just an editor lang. Viewing it lang on a screen. No? Iba na talaga kung nakikita mo na yung set and the actual actors being there.
How about Direk Nick?
It wants to add something.
Yeah, gusto ko rin i-bring up yung observation nga namin sa set ni Nikos, very efficient, very mabilis, na maaga mag-pack up, na nasusundan yung work hours, and yet very polished yung gawa. And I think a lot of the credit, syempre, sa vision ni Nikos, ang laking tulong na napaka-linear na yung nag-isip ng concept, yung nagsulat, siya na rin yung mag-edit, siya rin magdidirect. So alam na niya yung kailangan niya na walang wasted shots or sequences. And yung team niya, sobrang galing experienced team. Gusto ko rin i-bring up na yung producer lagi on set rin is si Iana Bernardes na sanay na rin actress rin and producer, and sanay na rin siya sa mga very contained horror films. And nasusupport niya yung medyo auteur, vision ng mga filmmakers. So ang laking tulong ng team, and napakahirap gumawa ng genre movie, lalo na with limited resources dito sa Philippines. Ang daming moving parts, di ba? Compared to a drama, we have prosthetics, we have stunts, we have may film element pa, may props na very, di ba, radical na ang daming kailangan. So to pull it off as efficiently as they did, ang laking testament yun sa skill set talaga ng Filipino film workers, and doing it under the right, proper time frame where everyone gets to rest and do it well. I think ang laking win for a new filmmaker. So kunin namin si Nikos ulit.
Ayun, thank you and congratulations po.
Okay po. Next up, maraming salamat. Next up from Manila Bulletin. Robinson. We have Bobby Requintina.
Hello, magandang hapon po. Questions for Sid and Bea. Question number 1. The trailer looks scary, ano? Nakakatakot ng trailer. Pero how scary is it sa set ng Post House ba? Gaano ba siya nakakatakot? Kayo ba, you get scared easily sa mga like kwento lang or ano, matatakotin ba nung kayo in real life?
Meron po eksena na parang kasi magugulatin po akong tao. Mabilis po akong tumili. Tsaka tumitili po ako. So hindi po siya... Basta parang ang hirap explain. Pero meron isang eksena na take kami, serious kami syempre. Tapos biglang may nahulog na something. Tapos po, as in nataramdam po talaga ako, tumakbo po ako palabas ng camera. Nang tumitili. Tapos sabi niya, sayang, sana nagamit natin. Kaya lang po, yung hindi ko sa, Ganun po, hindi po siya pang horror. Parang naging comedy. Pero yun, siguro yung mga ganon na gulat, na wala naman daw naghulog, hinulog. Oh, wala siyang alam. Wala naman daw po nahulog lang daw bigla. So siguro, things like that. And, tsaka nakakatakot po talaga. Ang galing po nung production design. Kasi, parang with our location.
Saan yung location? Saan yung location niya?
Ayaw sana namin spoil. Baka
somewhere there.
Okay.
Pero with our location, they really, visualize, at hindi lang visual, talagang naramdaman talaga namin. Ang galing po nung, parang, I feel like it's very simple, pero ramdam and nakakatakot. Viva Cafe. Dito po kami nag-shoot.
Saka konti lang yung tao sa set kaya parang nakakatakot talaga dahil parang minimal lang yung
Opo. Tsaka siguro yung nakakatakot din dun. Meron po kasing isang room dun na sobrang init.
Oh yeah.
As in, parang po habang nagtitake po kami, sauna. So parang tuwing papasok kami dun, ito na naman, gano'n. Pero wala namang scary po talaga.
scene niya. Baka may gusto niya.
Same lang po talaga. Exactly the same. The location helped a lot. The lighting, especially the flickering, all the effects. Like I mentioned kanina, they had them down. Alam na nila ano gagawin nila. So we literally just walked into the set and, dito ba tayo gagalaw? Okay. Gets na namin.
Okay, last question. Sa inyo dalawa ulit. Any personal encounter with the supernatural in real life? Like, what can you share?
Me, not so... maybe two.
Sir Bobby, outside of shooting, you
Yes,
mean?
pwede,
Okay,
yes,
in your normal life.
Kasi ako yung type na kapag may narinig ako, I'll open the cabinet just to make sure. But there was this one time in college, and I'll never forget this because I was living at my tita's place sa may Bocobo, and I remember that house was built during the Japanese time. And can't explain it, man. I was lying down, queen-size bed, into the door. It was right by my foot. It really felt like someone did this. Tapos hindi na ako makakising. I couldn't open my eyes. I needed to go to the bathroom. Hindi naman ako makakising until I fell asleep. The next day after school, I went to my cousin's apartment who used to live in that room. And I was like, Migs, something happened last night. And he goes, why? No, because I was blah, 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 blah. He goes, may upo sa kama mo. Sabi na ko sa akin si Vernon, who's in the other room, who also lived in that place, and said the same thing. And I said, dude, Mickey told me to tell you about this thing in my room. Yung umuupo sa kama, dito mismo, kung ito yung door, dito siya umuupo. And I'm like, what is this? But that's it. Then I get scared. I stayed there for another year and a half. It's fine. I put a bulul. You know those bululos you put down rice nuts? And then I put a small offering. It never happened again. Yeah, that's it. That's the closest one I have.
Bea?
Ako po kasi, mahilig po ako magtabi-tabi po. Tapos kapag kunwari merong parang medyo scary, mauunahan ko na po sila na matatakotin po ako. Tabi-tabi po, pataping lang po, pasensya na po. Mahilig po ako maganon kasi I I know na hindi lang naman tayo yung nagko-coexist in this world. That there are a lot of other entities and elements na kailangan din nating irespeto, kailangan din, kumbaga, respeto natin sila, respeto nila tayo. Pero inuunahan ko na po sila, matatakutin po ako, tabi-tabi po.
Okay.
Thank you po.
Maraming salamat po.
Okay, maraming salamat po.